Hey everybody, good evening. This is Sean with Get Out Live Now Philippines, and tonight I'm going to be doing a cost comparison between the average monthly cost of owning a brand new vehicle in the US compared to the monthly cost living in the Philippines. So we're going to break down a simple but powerful comparison. The average American now spends nearly the same amount every month owning a newer car or truck as someone can spend living an entire month in the Philippines. Not surviving, not struggling, living. We're going to compare U.S. vehicle ownership costs versus monthly living costs in the Philippines and what the difference actually means in real life. It's not about telling any of you what to do, it's about showing the math clearly. Because when you see the numbers or hear the numbers, it changes how you think about money. Let's start with the United States. A newer finance vehicle today comes with multiple stacked costs. Not just the payment, it's everything together. The monthly breakdown we're going to use is going to be the averages that I could find online. Your vehicle payment averaged $765 a month. The average insurance to insure a newer vehicle, $210 a month. The average fuel costs, and this can vary greatly, so take that with a grain of salt, is $265 per month. Any registration, miscellaneous fees, maintenance, like you still need your oil changes and any maintenance to be done. It gave a figure of an average of $110 per month. And like I said, these could go up, could go down, but we're just going to go ahead and use these figures. Total monthly cost, that comes to $1,350. That's every single month just for transportation, not rent, not food, not anything else. Now stretch that out. 1 year, that equals $16,200. Over a 5-year period, that is $81,000. And that's before any major repairs or upgrades. And most people don't feel it all at once. They feel it very slowly. A payment here, a fuel refill here, insurance goes up there, repairs can happen. This doesn't even include if you're getting into any accidents or anything like that. And all these become normal. But normal doesn't mean cheap. Now let's switch to the Philippines. In many provincial areas, a modest monthly lifestyle can still be achieved for around $1,000 or less. Let's say you do $800 to $1,200, but we're just going to use $1,000 or less. It's not luxury, it's not extreme, but it is stable living. And I can attest to that. Here in Dumaguete, I've been able to do it for the first 4 months, like no problem whatsoever. So your monthly breakdown, and I used kind of myself as an example, but then I threw in some extra figures that I'm not even paying. So your monthly breakdown would be your rent, $200 on average, groceries, $100. I've stayed under that every month. Mine's like probably $70-$80 a month, Utilities, $75. I was generous with that. Your legal fees, $20. Your forwarding mailboxes are going to be mail, which would be about $20 a month. Your travel, $50 a month if you want to take some ferries to another island and do a little traveling. Your scooter gas, this would be like to rent just your basic, maybe a click $125 for a month, plus the gas fees would be about $170 a month. Your cell phone plans, this is between two countries, 2 cell phones. Mine runs under $20 a month, so I put $20 a month. Entertainment, I was generous and said another $100 a month. Your immigration fees, mine are going to run under $30 average per month, but I was generous here and said $50 a month average. Electronics, another $50 a month. Laundry fees, $20 a month. Another miscellaneous fees, $100 a month. And donations. If you tip people, you tip when you go out to eat. Donations, $25 a month. Now that total comes to $1,000 a month. it broke it down and made it very easy for you guys. And that includes transportation, food, housing, communication, and your basic daily life. Covers everything. Now compare that directly to the U.S. vehicle costs. Vehicle costs in the U.S., we already figured that out. It's $1,350. Full monthly living in the Philippines, $1,000 or less. The difference, $350. Pretty easy, right? That means the cost of one brand new American vehicle costs more per month than an entire modest lifestyle, even basic lifestyle, let's say, in the Philippines. So let that sit for a moment in your brain. This is where people usually stop and rethink what they assumed about costs of living. Because most people expect overseas living to be far more expensive than in reality, but the numbers say otherwise, don't they? The reason for this gap, it's not just one thing. It's multiple layers in the U.S. system. I mean, we could go on and on with this, but you have high vehicle prices, whether they're inflated or not for the U.S. I think the U.S. gets ripped off on pretty much every single thing, from clothes to electronics, to cars, to TV, anything. People in the U.S., you've just been raped, robbed, and pillaged for decades now from these overseas companies that get to come in there and just charge X times amount of what people, like even here in the Philippines, pay for stuff. I've seen it over the years, and it's pretty unbelievable. But you got long-term financing, expensive insurance, high repair costs, fuel variability. And in many parts of the Philippines, the structure is different. We have smaller vehicles over here, scooters, main transportation. Over here, we have shorter distances, lower overhead, simpler transportation needs. This does not mean one system is better than the other. It just means that they are built differently. We're not trying to say who's better or worse. I'm just comparing numbers and figures and just trying to open up your minds a little bit. And those differences show up in the monthly costs, obviously. So what it actually means here is this is not about you moving, not about you leaving a country, not even about judgment. It's just being about awareness, making you aware of what's actually going on with the numbers, opening your mind, letting you think about it, ponder it. Because once people understand that a vehicle loan equals approximately $1,350 per month, and a full, simple to modest lifestyle overseas is only equal to $1,000 a month, they start to see money differently. Or I hope that they do. Not emotionally, mathematically. And if you're a numbers person, you just obviously get it. And that changes decisions. Maybe not now, but in the future. You're always going to think about that. Hey, what am I doing with my money? Maybe I can retire sooner. Why am I spending this $1,350 a month? Or even if yours is only like $1,200, $1,100, $1,000 a month. Maybe you want to spend it differently to live overseas. So some people will stay exactly where they are. Some will downsize. Some will relocate. Some will rethink debt entirely. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make you think your debt entirely. But now those decisions are informed. At the end of the day here, this is for me and you, hopefully it's simple math. It's not hype. It's not even opinion. I'm just running the numbers for you. And the numbers show a surprising reality. In today's economy, owning a basically new vehicle in the U.S. can cost more per month than living a full, simple to modest lifestyle in the Philippines. And for many people, that realization is where the conversation should begin. That's it, guys. I wanted to make it, keep it around a 10-minute video. I don't like to waste people's time, and I see so many videos out there like I'm doing right now. They're just gonna ramble and ramble and ramble, and finally 5 minutes in get to the subject, and I'm like, what are you doing? They're explaining what they're doing, these things that people just want to see what's going on. They want to get to the subject matter, so that's what I did here. Anyways, this is Sean with Get Out Live Now Philippines. Get out and live your best life, not tomorrow, but today. And do it now, guys, before it's too late. I don't know how old you are, what type of health you're in, what type of retirement you either have right now or going to have or have had, doesn't matter. If you guys want to come out here to the Philippines, I suggest seriously thinking about it. And maybe you shouldn't keep buying new cars. Maybe you should just save that money, come out here and live a simple to modest life in the Philippines like I am in Dumaguete. So that's it, guys. Have a great night. Over and out.